Hello YouTube, this is my first video ever and I wanted to make it a good one, and this is based off of two things I'm really interested in as of now. Those two topics being Marvel Rivals and Midwestern emo. Alright guys, there's a few things I need to set down on ground level. Midwestern emo is based off of my big four and a few others. Modern baseball, mom jeans, American football, and the flat Stanleys. Yeah, I know those are surface level ball knowledge, but I don't really care. There are 47 characters in Marvel Rivals, but I don't want this to be 2 hours long, so I'm going to run some that either A, don't fit the vibe, or B, literally can't listen to music. There's 12 that I can instantly list off that don't give off the vibes of listening to Mr. Midwestern emo. The first ironically being Black Widow, second Cloak and Dagger, third Doctor Strange, Emma Frost, Luna Snow, Adam Warlock, because he's literally perfect. He wouldn't listen to sad stuff. Penny Parker, Psylocke, Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Squirrel Girl, and Phoenix. Since they either give off Queen or mommy vibes, or they just don't fit the mentally ill, hate yourself theme that you do when you listen to Midwestern emo. For the ones that can't listen to music, or don't, I'm going to rule out Namor, Groot, Jeff the Land Shark, Mantis, and Ultron. I may have left one out that came to your mind for a specific reason, but I'll come back to him later. That leaves these following characters: Angela, Black Panther, Blade, Hulk, Captain America, Daredevil, Deadpool, Elsa Bloodstone, Gambit, Hawkeye, Hela, Human Torch, Iron Fist, Iron Man, Loki, Magic, Magneto, Moon Knight, Rocket Raccoon, Rogue, Spider-Man, Star-Lord, Storm, Punisher, The Thing, Thor, Venom, Winter Soldier, and Wolverine. Now we can get rid of the happy ones. This is based off of 3 Google searches in Rivals lore, so just take this with a grain of salt. Angela seems happy in Rivals, and so does Black Panther, so them two are gone. There's a few I'm going to keep and hold for later, and that list is Hulk, Daredevil, Deadpool, Moon Knight, Spider-Man, Punisher, Venom, Winter Soldier, and Wolverine. With those out of the way, let's get rid of the happy ones. Blade is not happy, so he stays. Captain America is literally a symbol of hope outside of and inside of Rivals, so he's gone. Elsa Bloodstone has deep trauma and other things, so she stays. Gambit sure he goes through tragic things, but he is not sad. He just had his wedding with Rogue, so he's gone in this, along with Rogue. Hawkeye, he's a weird case. His running suit is from the MCU, and he lost his family for 5 years and became an assassin, but he also has a happy family. But I'm going to keep him for now. Hela, even though she seems sad, she's just a bitch. She's gone. Human Torch, his team's future foundation, and his, I guess, are in the game if you didn't know. And if you didn't know, he kills himself to let the other Fantastic Four members live. Iron Fist, he's only here for the love of game and his powers, so he's gone. He does it for vengeance, but I don't really care. He's gone. Iron Man, his end-suit game is in the game, and he kills himself in that movie to save everyone else, and using Human Torch logic, and he stays. And also in the MCU, his co-worker, Bucky Barnes, kills his parents, so he stays. Loki, he's kind of a sad character. He's lonely and just wants attention and basically got neglected. And his MCU suit is in the game, and in the MCU, his dad dies, and so does he, and his mom dies. Now Magic. She gives off goth mommy vibes rather than normal mommy vibes, and she's in a rough spot in the lore, so I'll keep her. She may be just a small, sad part of her life, and listen to it a little bit. Magneto, he's just trying and being burdened with being a bad father, so he probably listens to Dad Rock of sorts, so I'll keep him. Here's the one that I kept that may have surprised a few of y'all, but I kept Rocket Raccoon because he does listen to music. We've heard him sing Radiohead, and Radiohead is one of the main reasons I listen to Midwestern emo, so I'm going to keep him just in case if he does. Star-Lord, he listens to 90s and 80s music and during the 90s, Midwestern emo had its first wave of being popular in the early 90s and late 80s, so I'll keep him for now. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why I kept Storm. She's gone. By Storm. Thor, he's portrayed as being sad in Marvel Rivals and has his MCU skin. Even though he has a daughter, he's still sad. He lost his whole world, brother, best friend, and both parents. And finally for this part, The Thing. He lost his best friend, shown by the Future Foundation skin, and he lost his girlfriend once he turned into The Thing, shown by the Trenchcoat skin. So everyone left is Hulk, Daredevil, Deadpool, Moon Knight, Spider-Man, Punisher, Venom, Winter Soldier, Wolverine, Blade, Elsa Bloodstone, Hawkeye, Human Torch, Iron Man, Loki, Magic, Magneto, Rocket Raccoon, Star-Lord, Thor, and The Thing. I kept these characters off to the side because they are mental health advocates. these characters being Hulk, Daredevil, Deadpool, Moon Knight, Spider-Man, Punisher, Venom, Winter Soldier, and Wolverine. I kept Hulk because of two reasons. One, there's that one scene in the Avengers where he said he tried to kill himself and it didn't work. Two, he has a punk skin, which, if you didn't know, Midwestern emo is a type of punk rock. I kept Daredevil because his best friend dies. He can't see. His dad is dead, and he has trauma from when he was young. In my opinion, Deadpool is one of the big three for mental health in the MCU for me. He covers up his anxiety and depression and several other things with jokes, and he constantly tries to kill himself in the movies. Moon Knight struggles with dissociative identity disorder, which makes him go crazy, so much so that he has to go to an insane asylum. He has trauma and uses his DID to create safe spaces. He's also 2 out of 3 for the big three of mental health in the MCU for me. Spider-Man. He might be the saddest one on this list if I'm honest. He struggles with trauma from losing Aunt May and Uncle Ben. He has to deal with high school stress along with being a superhero. He has anxiety and self-doubt. He is underdeveloped and has struggles balancing his hero life and school life. And also, he's the third out of the 3. Punisher. He has a skull on his chest. I know it's a gang thing, but skulls are also associated with death, which may lead to something in Punisher's story. He struggles with PTSD after several things happening in his past. He is so obsessed with his mission of vengeance of everything that happened to him, and he's not right in the head. He cannot function normally in society due to his extreme emotional disturbance disorder. He had a brain injury we know happened because of his Daredevil Born Again suit, because he had a brain injury in Daredevil, which is a sequel to Daredevil. No, Daredevil Born Again is a sequel to Daredevil. He also has some functional impairment, so he can't let go of his past. Venom and Eddie Brock, I guess. Venom has no boundaries with Eddie, which messes with Eddie's head. Winter Soldier deals with his PTSD after his time mind-controlled under Hydra. Trauma mentally and physically, and he had brain damage. He has depression after regaining the ability to control himself. He also struggles mentally juggling Bucky Barnes and being the Winter Soldier. He's also a huge nerd, and all good nerds listen to Midwestern emo. Wolverine. He deals with PTSD after his time in war, really bad depression, and everything that happens to him. Addiction to alcohol and bad anger management. Now let's get rid of the ones who don't normally listen to sad music based off their soundtracks and a quick Google search. My 10-second search, Hulk soundtrack is more classical and sad than anything based off of his one movie, so he's gone. Daredevil listens to jazz and the top 40 songs and rock was a main genre of the song industry in the 90s, so he's staying. Deadpool listens to pop music like NSYNC and others, so he's gone. Moon Knight listens to a mix of pop music and sad music, so I'll say he listens to it a little bit, but not much. I'm talking about Midwestern emo. He's gone from who listens to it the most, though. Spider-Man's game, which is more faithful to the character, in my opinion, is full of sad and rock music, so he stays. Punisher listens to alternative rock, so he stays for now. Venom listens to rock. It's heavy metal rock, not alternative or emo rock, so he's sadly out. I thought he would have went far. Bucky listens to Tool and music like that, and my friend who listens to Midwestern emo also loves Tool, so that may be a hint. He stays. Wolverine listens to sad music, but his sad music leans toward blues and less than it does emo. He does listen to rock and roll, so I'll say he knows of Midwestern emo, but doesn't go out of his way to listen to it. Blade listens to techno and electrical music, so he's out. Also, Bloodstone listens to punk rock, hard rock, and heavy metal, so she stays. Hawkeye listens to a little bit of alternative rock, so I'd say he's heard a song or two of Midwestern emo. He's out, though. Human Torch listens to pop and modern music, and there's not much Midwestern emo coming out nowadays, so he's out. Iron Man listens to classic, hard, heavy, and punk rock, so he's going to stay just because of the punk rock. Loki listens to theatrical/classical music, so he's gone. Magic listens to heavy metal, dark industrial, and 80s punk rock, so she stays. Magneto surprisingly listens to soundtrack music, so I'll say he's heard of Midwestern emo, but he's out. Rocket Raccoon listens to alternative rock and 70s rock and kind of emo songs, so I'll say he's listened to Sports by Modern Baseball and Only Puppy Love by Mom Jeans. This is if they were alive today. I don't think I mentioned that. But Rocket is out as well. Lord listens to soft rock, so if he were alive today, he would listen to Midwestern emo, in my opinion. But I don't know how much yet, so he stays for now. Thor listens to classical rock and other music similarly to Star-Lord, so he also stays. The Thing listens to old school jazz, so he's sadly out. Left down to Daredevil, Spider-Man, Punisher, Elsa Bloodstone, Iron Man, Magic, Star-Lord, and Thor. That's 8. Forgetting how much they would listen to, I'm also using a Google search. Daredevil would supposedly be a moderate music listener, so I'd say he'd listen to it 1/3 of the time. A moderate amount is 60,000 minutes in 1 year, so he would get about 20,000 minutes of Midwestern emo in 1 year. I'm assuming everyone would listen to it 1/3 of the time. Using another Google search, I'm using Google searches for all of these. Spider-Man would be a casual to moderate listener, so I average the highest of the moderate to the lowest of the casual, so about 30,000 minutes. So that times 1/3 would be 10,000 minutes. Punisher would supposedly listen to very little music, about 6,000 minutes. So in 1 year, divide that by 3, you would get about 2,000 minutes 1 year. Elsa Bloodstone would supposedly listen to a lot of music, about 120,000 minutes per year, and that divided by 3 would be 40,000 minutes of Midwestern emo, which is about 1 month, which is what I'm going to compare it to from here on out. Since Iron Man is a working man, he would listen to about 7 hours a day, which equates to 153,300 minutes, which divided by 3 is 51,100 minutes of Midwestern emo, which is about 1.2 months. This technically applies to Star-Lord and Magic, but they both listen to about 10 hours of music a day, which is just about 219,600 minutes. In a year, that divided by 3 is 73,200 minutes of Midwestern emo, which is about 1.7 months for the both of them. So they're both at second place. Final place would be Thor. Supposedly would listen to 12 hours of music a day, which would be 262,800 minutes in a year. That divided by 3 would be 87,600, which would be almost exactly 2 months of Midwestern emo in just 1 year. So about a sixth of the year. Top 3 rankings are Thor at 87,600 minutes in a year of Midwest emo at first, Magic and Star-Lord tied at second with 73,200 minutes, and the third place at 51,100 minutes was Iron Man. This was pretty fun to write and research. I did not expect Thor to win it. Let me know how you felt about me making this video. It was pretty fun in my opinion. Alright, now I'm going to do a little thing, a little extra. I'm going to play a match as Thor while listening to Midwestern emo, and I'm going to commentate on it. Y'all aren't going to be able to listen to the Midwestern emo, but I will. A full match because Xbox doesn't let you record past 4 minutes, so I'm going to put 4 minutes of a match. Alright, this whole time I'm just going to listen to Best Buds by Mom Jeans, so I'm just going to, I don't know. We have 3 DPS, I don't know if we're going to win this or not. I genuinely do not know why I just started recording so early, knowing that I can only get 4 minutes, but it wasted like probably a minute if I had to guess.
30 seconds before you attack. Get ready.
Rated T, huh?
Stephen, old friend.
What can we do?
The barrier between realms is
Sorry for starting the recording so early, it's going to take a little bit.
It is always reassuring to have you in Midgard.
The battle starts in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it?
I'm opening a portal. Watch this man's Valhalla.
It smells worse than Namor's trunks in here.
The enemy is here. Look out behind us.
here, I stopped to text my friend real quick. That's on me.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
A little help, please.
Here's where I get my first kill. Pretty cool.
Hammer fell, and so it was but a scratch.
Clearly you needed some help.
Behold the god of thunder!
Oh, they do not look happy.
It's clobbering time!
I'll patch you up. Quail, you got one. I can't believe it. Feel the wrath of the goddess!
The god of
A little help, please.
Triple kill. Oh yeah. Ended up going 23-4. Pretty good, pretty good. And we won. I don't know if you can tell or not.